A small tech startup named EvoChip has just remodeled the artificial intelligence landscape with an architectural breakthrough and a new mathematical approach that challenges everything we thought we knew about AI in small devices. What if the $10 chip inside your thermostat, your car's safety sensors, your smartwatch, or your home security camera, the same type of chip powering billions of everyday devices, could suddenly run more than 2,000 times faster, use less power, and make instant decisions without ever relying on the cloud? AlticoreMCU makes that possible. It rewrites what tiny hardware can do. Beneath everything we see and touch runs an invisible layer of civilization, the edge, not in the cloud or a data center, but inside everyday things. Thermostats, vehicles, and city systems that keep life moving. At the edge, we find microcontrollers, MCUs, tiny single-purpose computers designed to handle one job extremely efficiently. There are billions of them quietly keeping the world running. These microcontrollers make quadrillions of small decisions each day, turning things on, adjusting settings, timing events, but they operate under tight limits of size, power, and memory, meaning they are built to react instantly. Yet they can't learn, adapt, or improve. The real gap isn't the silicon, the physical chips themselves. It's the way we compute on-device. Current AI models, typically neural network systems that require large amounts of math and memory, don't fit these machines. They're too large, too power-hungry for tiny controllers. AlticoreMCU works within those limits without being limited by them. It brings a new class of on-device intelligence that runs directly on the microcontroller itself, not in the cloud. Edge devices, both old and new, can now make far more sophisticated decisions within the same resources they already have. No new parts, no cloud, no added power. The same microcontrollers that keep the world steady can now recognize patterns, anticipate outcomes, and take action. More capability on what you have today, and even more on what you choose tomorrow. On a $15 setup, a $9 Arduino, which is a small and inexpensive development board, plus low-cost analog sensors, we captured about 1,700 samples of real-world data. We trained 5 different models on that data, then selected the best one based on its results. The whole process took 10 minutes and achieved roughly 91% test accuracy, meaning it recognized the right answer 9 times out of 10. And in a live demo, the tiny board correctly identified a 10-pound note among other currencies. No new hardware, no cloud. AlticoreMCU runs on the hardware you already have and makes new hardware even more capable. Consistent, testable behavior, meaning engineers can predict exactly how it behaves, a requirement for safety and compliance-focused products. Edge first by design, all decisions happen on the device itself, so responses are instant, private, and don't depend on internet connection. Train on your own data, drop a small file into firmware, and build. The same logic runs across your entire product line, from $10 boards to custom chips used in manufactured products at scale. Always-on Sentinel models, tiny programs that are always watching, wake radios and CPUs only when something meaningful happens, extending battery life and reducing operating costs. In practice, the improvement is immediate. The same devices make far more sophisticated decisions, all with the same power and footprint. Tiny models run continuously and wake larger systems only on real events, delivering big energy savings and avoiding unnecessary processing. On newer parts, the gains compound: higher decision rates, multiple models running together, and headroom for richer logic. The result: faster responses, longer battery life, lower operating cost, and, when connectivity is involved, less data sent. The edge already keeps the world running. With AlticoreMCU, it also understands more capability on the devices you have today, and even more on what you choose tomorrow. Billions of devices, quadrillions of smarter decisions, on device, efficient, ready now.